And then it's running every other Wednesday, and if you want to know anything about what days or what, you can always look at it online at chaoticarts.org/thecafe. There's a 2013 schedule for this entire year, or if anybody's interested in having a feature, you can see, hey, 2013 to 2014 upcoming schedules, look for a spot and say, hey, I want to feature at your space at Gallery Cabaret from 7 to 9 p.m. And if I like you.
Where is it?
You can have your picture.
And if you don't?
Well, I like everybody. Oh, where is, hey, lovely Dovey sidekick Bob Reshko, where is it located?
2020 North Oakley.
It's a block off of Western and Armitage, and it's right by a lot of train lines and cheap drinks, and it's a really groovy place. And it's a great space, it is, honestly. And that's just me talking about the open mic. Hi, everybody. Hi. For people who don't know, I have been, for some reason, I decided to write poems for every element in the periodic table. And I always introduce them at new features, and that's why I'm reading 3 tonight. And for those who are interested, next weekend I'm going to be reading in Nashville, and I'm going to be reading a poem for Curium because I'm going to be dressing as my take on Marie Curie on her wedding day. So I figured I'll have to come up with Curium by next weekend. Maybe I'll read that on the 30th. I don't have any idea at my open mic. But I've got 3 poems for you here, and I bet you don't know anything about these. At least I didn't. This first one is number 59 in the periodic table, and I need my glasses for these. This is Praesiodimium. Praesiodimium. I once set fire to my fingernail. I wanted my fire to be a human candle. She dropped another match into her glass. The flame sizzled in the drops of drink at the bottom. In the corner booth, in this small club, the flame that she aroused looked like any other table light. But if you looked too closely, the light would scorch your soul. It would just burn your eyes hollow. That little piece of energy held could be so intense that you'd need those Praesiodimium eyeglasses just to be able to look another second. The flame she aroused looked like any other light, but she knew she was destined for the big screen, complete with the studio lighting and projector lights from the motion picture industry, broadcasting her to the world through arc lights. So she struck another match at the center of the box. 6 or 7 lay on the cocktail napkin, 10 more at the bottom of the glass. She'd watched the reflection of the gemstones in rings around her fingertips, reflecting the flame. That yellow-green cubic zirconia of each of her fingers bounced the light of that flame in thousands of directions. She likes gemstones on her rings. She doesn't bother with big earrings or fancy expensive necklaces. She looks at her hands because she likes rings. She can't help it. A few of those peridot-inspired stones were gifts from a loved one because they knew they were dying soon. So she becomes the only one that's aware and treats these rings like gravestones, even though no one has even died yet. And the person that gave her these rings, she knows they want to be cremated. Just then, you could see the flame dancing at her fingertip. She shook the match. She dropped it into her glass. Thank you. All the stones are different things. Peridot stones, that's all from that stone. I just don't mention it, but that element does a lot of stuff. So, and it's another one you probably don't know that much about. I didn't either. This is number 110 in the periodic table. This is Darmstadium.
Don't swear at me.
Darmstadium. Actually, you'll know what that is in just a moment, but yes, Darmstadium. Element 110 in the periodic table, Darmstadium, originally didn't have a name. So when the scientists gave a space filler name to element 110, they gave props to the Greeks and Romans and Latins by calling it unannihilium. I'm sure it said unannihilium or maybe unannihilium. But knowing a thing or two about the town of Darmstadt during the Nazi regime, I'm tempted to call it unannihilium. Unannihilate. Get that heavy water into the hands of Nazi Germany and you'll understand the wordplay. When Nazis took power in Germany, Darmstadt was the first city to even force Jewish shops to close. And now, German scientists knew they could use heavy water in an effort to create nuclear bombs. And when the Allied forces bombed the Nazis in 1943, the air raid forced the Nazis to move all of their heavy water to Germany for protection in places like Darmstadt, where the super heavy element Darmstadtium was later discovered. Then again, prominent members of the German resistance against the Nazis were citizens of Darmstadt. And now, Darmstadt is the place where the big German accelerator is situated. The GSI Heavy Ion Research Center is in Darmstadt, and elements are discovered there, like Darmstadtium. You see, they had to make Darmstadtium in this big machine just to discover it, because this synthetic element isn't even present in the environment at all. I mean, we've only been able to make just a few atoms of this super heavy Darmstadtium. But then again, from what we could tell, it's insanely radioactive. It has an insanely short half-life and no stable isotopes. With all that's going against the nature of Darmstadtium, it's no wonder that there isn't even much concern for guessing its potential physical and chemical properties. With such a short half-life, there's no point in wondering about the effect it might have on the human body or even on the environment, because it just instantly decays into lighter elements instead. With such a short half-life, we'd have to slow down time itself to even confirm its potential silvery white hue. Slowing down time itself. Maybe that's what we'd have to do to learn a thing or two about you, Darmstadtium. Because with your history of instability, and with such short amounts of you creating only a flash of damage, well, maybe we'll just let others worry about the potential for annihilation before we truly learn a thing or two. Thank you. This is the last one, and I'm going down, up and down, and I'm going to do another one. Hey, this is number 45 in the periodic table. RH, this is rhodium. When you say the word menthol, images probably crop up in your head of women holding a cigarette stick like she's using her smoke as an orchestra wand, tracing a line of smoke like she's conducting a symphony with her mint-tasting cancer stick. But menthol is also used in lip balms. I really love that stuff too. I like that minty flavor on my lips. And it's even used in cough medications. It can be used in those icy hot patches. Menthol's in decongestants like Vicks Vapo Rub. It's in aftershave even to reduce razor burn. And yeah, speaking of that taste in cigarettes or lip balm, menthol is even in mouthwashes, toothpastes, and even chewing gum. So really, now that you know how widely it's used now, you can see how menthol's demand is now so huge compared to the natural supply. So in Japan, one man even won, in 2001, the Nobel Prize for Chemistry for a process to meet the demand for more menthol in the world. This Japanese team used rhodium-based catalysts for menthol synthesis. And yeah, rhodium is used for catalysts for anything like automobile catalytic converters, and it's used in making certain silicone rubbers. And yes, rhodium is used for jewelry, coating silver, sterling silver to stop tarnishing, or electroplating white gold or platinum to make it white and reflective. I mean, the Guinness Book of World Records gave Paul McCartney a rhodium-plated disc in 1979 for being history's all-time best-selling songwriter and recording artist. Not gold, not platinum, but rhodium. And because rhodium's so expensive, the World Records award disc that was given to Paul McCartney wasn't even solid rhodium. So I guess it's kind of interesting that this expensive decorative jewelry edition is also used to give our mouthwash that excellent minty flavor. So yeah, if you're worrying about how money can seem tight sometimes, don't worry about the jewelry. Just pop a stick of mint chewing gum in your mouth, thanks to rhodium, and realize that we all probably don't have it that bad after all.
Yeah.
You should all go to Janet's show, or at least periodically.
Periodically, every Wednesday. Come on out there,